Well, I'm satisfied with the improvement we've had. As far as the results, we're not real. I'm not real happy with our final results. We lost some matches. We should have won. We had a lot of guys in and out of the lineup. I don't know if we had one lineup. I don't know if we had the same lineup for any two dual meets in a row. So what I'm happy about is that we've had guys step up. We've had guys sacrifice their bodies, move up a couple weight classes. I'm happy with the way these guys have come together as a team. And like we said, the preseason's over. We count all those matches as the preseason. Now it's go time. We've got our lineup solidified, and we're going there as one. And each individual will try to get their spot at the NCAA tournament.
Chris, I would imagine a conference tournament is kind of a different animal from what you deal with. Maybe it's more like some of the bigger meets you handle. How do you guys handle that as approaching it going in mentally? How you want guys to be in a frame of mind to handle what they could face in stages for those days?
Yeah, our conference is the toughest in the country, and it's a grind. These guys that are wrestling in the quarterfinals and semifinals, that's the same people you're going to be seeing at the national tournament. So mentally, we've wrestled them all. So that's the good thing is that we've got the film. We've made our corrections each time after we've wrestled these guys, and so we're excited. It's the same guys we've wrestled all year long. So mentally, these guys are ready to go. They've done it. Sometimes these guys struggle a little bit with the unknown when they get someone they don't know. So I think that we're ready to go. We've got nothing to lose. We're going up there. We're going to let it fly. Our guys are excited and they're healthy, which is very, very important. They'll be rested, and this is a big time deal for us. This is what we've been talking about since we got the job in April.
Andy? Chris, is any part of your attendance boost? Are you surprised by it, or what's your thought on how it evolved and where it could possibly go from here?
I'm not surprised at all. The state of Wisconsin is dying for our wrestling program to be great, to be the top 5 in the country. They have turned out in every which way, like we've talked about earlier, in our socials that we've had around the state. Our wrestling camps are at high numbers. These guys have supported us. The state has supported us like no other. If we didn't have, I think we wrestled on 3 snowstorm days, that I think that actually held some fans back. So as far as it could go, there's no reason why we can't put 5,000 people in the field house for every match. There's no doubt about it. We did it for Iowa. We're getting better. We'll be better next year. And I think that, everybody loves a winner, right? We're going to start winning a little more. That's going to drive some people out there. And then we've got a lot of things planned promotionally and marketing-wise. And then, again, once we get around and start meeting people and they know us personally, people will come out and support you when they know you personally. And that's been our goal, as well as to get our kids out in the community. And once they really start to know our kids and our staff, we're going to be packing that place. There's no doubt about it.
From having seen the Big Ten for a whole season now, can you go into the elements of what makes it, what do you say, the strongest conference in the country, and how it got to that point and how it stays maybe at that level, and how you can maybe move your way up in it?
For sure. When you look at the guys that are in it, I mean, people are talking about the Big Ten producing 10 champions at the NCAA tournament, every weight class having a champion. When you look up and down the lineups, everybody's ranked in the Big Ten. How it got there, it's just these teams have become powerhouses. How is it staying there? Every kid in the country wants to wrestle in the Big Ten conference coming out of high school. And it's amazing. So it's going to stay that way, I'm sure. Wrestling's important in the Midwest, where most of these schools really are. It's important on the East Coast when you've got your Penn State and Rutgers and Maryland. It's very, very important to these regions. So it's the Big Ten's here to, has been here for a long time, and it's getting stronger and stronger every year. Coaches are they're hiring great coaches that are really starting to take the teams that have been in the bottom tier of the Big Ten for years, and they're getting better, So, we better stay on our game. We better improve our game. We better be recruiting well. We better be winning a lot. To make sure we can climb the ranks in the Big Ten and get up there and compete for national championships.
I know you knew about Evan Wick before you got here. Now that you've seen him in person throughout the entire season, what do you think of him now? And then the possibility that he could face Marinelli again and maybe get him the third time.
Yeah, so The only thing I didn't know about Evan Wick was the kind of person he was. You know, we watched film on him when we were at our previous school. You know, we saw him as a threat. You know, and we knew him as a wrestler, but as a person, you know, you're not going to find a better person in the world. I've talked about Evan all year long. I've got to know Evan probably better than a lot of people, just because he enjoys being around all the time. You know, he comes to practice at 6 a.m. He sits in our facility and studies. He eats lunch in the facility. He takes a little nap in the facility, goes to practice again, and he's in the coach's office all day long. So I've been around him a bunch. I've had some great conversations with Evan, you know, from everything from the stuff he looks at on Instagram to, you know, trying to win the Olympic Games someday, to his future in our program when he's graduating. So it's been unbelievable to get to know him as a person. As far as his wrestling skills, he's unique. You know, he's 6'2", 165 pounds. He's got some places where he's very, very good. As far as getting to meet Marinelli again, I hope it happens. Right? They've been some great matches. I enjoy watching them. You know, sometimes I find myself looking at it as a spectator instead of, you know, because it's a great match. The fans want to see it. You know, Marinelli is a great competitor. But so is Evan Wick. And, you know, Alex Marinelli right now is standing, you know, between getting to the Big Ten finals and getting a chance to win a Big Ten championship. They're going to be, you know, matched up 2-3 in the brackets. I'm pretty sure, unless something drastic happens. But we've got to take each match one by one. With Evan, and then when we get to Marinelli, you know, we got a little something different planned. They'll have a little something different planned, and then we just let them go at it. Evan likes to just let it fly. And I'm real excited to see it. You know, hopefully it happens again in the Big Ten, and hopefully there's a different outcome.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.